Thank you. Have a great evening. I don't know, did anyone see the Newsday article? I have a few copies. $5 each. You know, that gave me some great press for 5 minutes. And I'm still waiting to hear from Barbra Streisand. The first playbill was issued for the Madison Square Theater production of May Blossoms, starring Will Cooper. The playbill itself was founded by Frank Van Stouts, who began by collecting ads for the Madison Square Theater and transformed the program from a 4-page leaflet into a magazine. And because the playbills were made of such high quality, audiences were collecting them as souvenirs. So Strauss, along with some other publishers, started to create leather-bound volumes of journals specifically for those who collect playbills, which leads me today to this overpriced playbill binders I have here and why I'm touring giving these talks in order to pay off my debt. In the company's 134 years, and that's the thing that shocked me, is the playbill company itself is either 134 or 135 years old. So by show of hands, who here is 112? 112 in the audience? Oh, that you're just grabbing the cup. And I found this ad which I thought was comical from a 1956 playbill about the binders. And it says basically, if you're interested in obtaining one, send us a $2 check or money order and we'll send you a binder. I sent that check about 2 years ago when I started doing these things, and I'm still waiting on my binder. In the 1930s, the playbill appeared, but no show title. And before it was called the playbill, it was called the Strauss Theater Magazine Program, which was then shortened to the Theater Magazine Program, which was then shortened to the playbill, and is now playbill. I'm not sure what it's going to be next, the PB. I don't know how they can shorten it anymore. To a Broadway show, I'd say in the past 2 years, this is the playbill you remember. I like to say you have that separation between church and state. And now, depending on the show and what it's about will depend on who's on the cover. When they have shows like these, and this is the first time you're hearing of these people, so I'd like to introduce, I think it's Crystal, yeah, and Jimmy Parsons. They're going to be big one day, so keep an eye out for them. And these shows were about them, and so that's why they're on the covers. Now we have, if you can't schlep into the city, but I'm thinking if you're here, you can take one of these airplanes right behind us, and you can just fly yourself there and be there easily for a night. What's today, Wednesday? Yes. Yeah, there's a matinee at 2 o'clock. So if you look under your seats, you have tickets for Hamilton. The idea of Broadway in bed is that you don't have to schlep to the city to see a Broadway show. Who here has seen a Broadway show on PBS?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Who here has actually went to the movie theaters to see a Broadway show? Usually I go through the playbill and the parts that I like from it, but I'm going to skip that just for time's sake. So what I'm going to do is one of my favorite parts, the how many have you seen? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? It's at the back of the playbill, and it lists the shows that are being shown. And I call it my bragging section. So if I go with someone, I'm like, oh, I've seen this. Oh, so you haven't seen Hamilton. They did one of those back in 1951. And they called it your intermission interview. And my favorite part, you can't really see it, but the last one it says, if you've seen 3 shows or less, you need more rehearsal at the box office. Now the last part of the playbill are the advertisements, and those were the cool thing. Those were what most of us remember. If you don't remember anything, what do you remember? The Camel cigarette ads. And so I scanned a bunch of advertisements from playbills dating back to the 19th century, and I just wanted to go through a few of them here. This first one most of them I found to be seductive, especially this first one. It's for Happy Legs in 1974, and it shows a flirtatious male and female having a drink with the caption, "What to wear on Sunday when you won't be home till Monday." Yes?
There's nothing on the screen to see.
There's nothing on the screen. Well, that would be very helpful for you to know. Thank you for letting me know. So I'm wondering if you're taking your grandchild to see that show, how do you describe what's happening? Then we have this 1940s. I was applauding this ad because it's a female service lady, and I was like, this is fantastic, this is great. And then I read the caption, and it said, hard training may entice you to wear a uniform, but only the right foundation can make you uniform, look younger, feel more fit, bigger confidence, simply by flexes. So who here is wearing some flexes? And then we have those cigarette ads. Here, I had a whole slide of them, but here's just one of them. This is Margaret Piazza, I think, opera singer, and she said, singing is my living. I smoke a mild cigarette that agrees with my throat. And then a lot of them at the bottom would say, no single case of throat irritation due to smoking camels. And we have our wall of shame. There's a restaurant in the city that has the window cards of all the Broadway flops. And so we had the Moose Murders. That was one of those great, I remember it so well. It was in 1983. I wasn't born yet, but it doesn't really matter because it opened and closed on opening night. And then the oldest living Confederate widow town hall. How could that have happened? These are some quotes that I'll skip through, one or two of them. I consider them to be historical artifact, a way of recording something that can't be recorded except in one's memory, as video and cassette recordings can never replicate a live performance. These are why people collect and save playbills. I have 3,782 playbills. I started going to theater in 1963. I keep them in a 6-foot-long bookcase in my living room. The only thing they didn't give me is their address so I could go steal them. Another reason people collect playbills is if you're an actor on Broadway. It shows you arrived. Your name is in a Broadway Playbill. I had that experience when I interned for the Manhattan Theater Club production of Airline Highway, and my name was in a Broadway Playbill. So I'm going to show it to you right here. I have to get up on a chair. I can't really climb. Let's try this. Oh, there we go. Brian Stoll. This is usually where people applaud. I saw one. I have around 172 of these in the trunk of my car. If you want, see me after the show. As a Jewish boy, the required first Broadway show you have to see is The Diary of Anne Frank. Second is Fiddler on the Roof. I don't remember much from The Diary of Anne Frank. It was when I saw Sly Fox a few years later that I had my first memory. I went to see it because my mom said the guy from Mr. Holland's Opus was in it, Richard Dreyfuss, as well as everyone's crush from the time, Jesse from Saved by the Bell. I'd like to say I had an amazing experience, but I was a young kid in the mezzanine of the theater, and I was like moving around in my seat. I couldn't really get comfortable. And during intermission, an older lady behind me, she may have only been 30, but she was old to me, said to me, stop moving around. And my mom stood up to her and was like, how dare you? This is his first Broadway show. And I'd like to say that's the last time I've ever been yelled at in a Broadway theater. But I'm 5'11". And I don't know if you've been to the theater recently, they're not made for tall people. They're not made for short people. They're not made for humans, they're made for munchkins. Well, the first type of ticket we have are rush tickets. Rush tickets are sold on the day of the production, beginning at 10 a.m. when the box office opens, or noon on Sundays. And there's usually a limit of 1 to 2 tickets per person, and the price ranges between $30 to $45. But when you have blockbuster productions, you can't just walk up to the theater 2 hours before the show like that and just get a ticket. People treat Russian Broadway shows now as if it's Black Friday. And some people camp out in advance in order to make sure they get those tickets. And you can actually go online on Craigslist and hire yourself a professional qualified line sitter who you can pay just $20 an hour, and they will sit and they will guarantee you, they will camp out and guarantee you a ticket for that show. This is a picture you can't really see of me, and you made some copies?
Yes.
Oh, I should give you some other stuff to make copies of. I'll talk to you afterwards. This is me outside the theater for Les Mis, the most recent revival at 5:30 in the morning, waiting for the box office to open at 10 a.m.
So were you first?
No, I was actually, there are about 15 people ahead of me, and some of them had already seen the show a few times. Digital lotteries is the way that you can win tickets for shows like Hamilton right now. What the digital lotteries are is that it's usually the same day. Like for right now, you can enter for until 2 o'clock for an evening show. And you would go on your phone, you would go to these websites, which I have listed on the sheets. Lucky Seat, they do shows like Kinky Boots, and the great thing about it is you can enter up to a week in advance, and they let you know the day before if you've won tickets for that show. And Broadway Direct is usually the same day. The lottery will open at like midnight, and you have until 8 a.m. to enter, and then they'll send you an email saying you're a winner or loser, and you buy those tickets right online. They usually have great front row seats or their lottery entry seats. And then who's our TDF members here? Okay, you want to tell us quickly about TDF?
It's a subscription. You pay and then you get discount tickets, and you can either do it at the tickets booth or online. And I think at one time it was just for teachers originally when it started, but I don't think that's true anymore.
Most people qualify. And when I say if you don't qualify for a membership, go online to the My Faith Ministry, take the test, you become a priest or rabbi, and now you can, go and see the show. Plays are around $40 a ticket, musicals around $50. So I highly recommend it. My two main sites are Broadway for Broke People and Playbill.com. Yeah. If you like this, talk that I gave, have Facebook. I'm not talking about a book of faces. I'm talking about the actual thing. If you are on it and know what it is, part of it says review, and if you can give me, great 5-star review, write what you enjoyed about it, I would appreciate it. I also post on there when there's an upcoming lottery or rush. I post all the updates and videos, and where I'll be giving my talk. And if for some reason you were one of those people who walked out and just didn't like this, you can go to a website that's called Steal the Show, and it's like a hair salon in Oregon. You can write whatever you want on it. Okay? So thank you very much.